Yeah, if you could do me a favor, and I have some questions for Stan. Some things have come up, and I would really like to get a little bit of clarity on a few subjects.
Okay.
Hi, Stan, if you're listening. One of the first questions I want to ask is I know we talked about it at the very beginning of the call. Dear Janie, we are here, data collector Stan X. Got it. Hi, Stan. At the very beginning of the last call, we talked about the Sphere Alliance. And I'd like to touch a little more on that for a moment, some clarity. So where are you, Stan, right now? Okay, dear Danny, I am in a data communication center on board on the Sphere Neptune. Okay, the Sphere Neptune. I assume that's a ship. The Sphere Neptune is classified by your standards as a mothership. Okay, I kind of assumed that. Okay, so if you can, and as clearly as we can, because we're talking physics, etc., no doubt, where is the Neptune right now? With regards to, in comparison to this Earth construct, the actual planetary construct that I'm on, where is the Neptune?
Seeing this, I might have to explain this to you.
Okay.
In 1 second.
The Neptune is surrounding the Earth sphere construct with an overlay to the Atlantic. The Neptune is approximately the size of a perceived planet Neptune. Okay. I'm confused.
But I'm seeing...
Okay. No,
he was
you
showing
go ahead.
it to me. Well, he was kind of showing it to me like a cartoon image. The Earth is so small compared to Neptune. The
Right.
planet Neptune, our perceived planet Neptune. So
yeah, it's huge.
The Neptune sphere is over the Atlantic. Like if you put a ball inside of a ball.
Okay, so
the bulk of the Neptune is to the side of our planet that is over the Atlantic Ocean.
Okay,
Sense.
so,
I'm gonna have to do
okay,
a
yeah,
visual.
no, that's
Okay.
perfect. No, I get
Okay.
it. So
Okay.
basically Russian doll idea, but slightly to the side, i.e.
Yeah.
more towards the Atlantic side. Okay.
Right. Not perfectly centered in the middle, right?
So I'm assuming then that it is not within this physical dimension. It is in a parallel dimension. If it is in the same space as Earth, it must be in a parallel dimension. And again, everyone, I'm really sorry they're hammering again around me. I tried. Okay, the sphere Neptune is of a frequency that you perceive to be in a parallel, different dimension. There are no dimensions, realms, only differentiated frequency. Okay, and yeah, and that, as I said, English sometimes doesn't qualify. So it is here, but it is existing in a frequency that we cannot observe. Correct? Correct. A frequency unobservable and undetected by Earth sphere technology. Okay. So basically what I wanted to clarify and get at is that you are within the Earth sphere itself. You are not...
Really blank right there.
Sorry?
No volume. I couldn't hear a word you just said.
Oh, okay. Oh, because my internet connection is unstable. Of course. Hold on. Let me just check. I'm on the best one that I've got. Okay. Can you hear me clearly now?
I do now, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So to clarify then, the Neptune, this mothership, quasi, air quotes, mothership, is within the Earth sphere construct. It is not external of, it is actually within what would be considered the Earth, this Earth sphere construct. Okay, so the sphere of Neptune is integrated into the Earth sphere construct. Now, okay, I'm going to ask for clarity. So, for how long has it been here? In Earth years time structure, linearly, how long has the Neptune been here within the Earth sphere construct? The Earth years are equivalent to 20 years. Integration was completed in the past 2 Earth years. Okay. I want to talk, I just wanted, like I said, to make that really, really clear then. So I want to talk about the new Earth construct, which we spoke about in our first conversation. You stated, Stan, I believe, and I'm going to quote here partially, that it is here. This new Earth construct is here, but not seen. Correct. The new complete Earth is here, unseen by all for the moment. Okay, now here comes the crux question. If it is not seen, and the conversation, we had another conversation, an informal conversation yesterday, the day before, whatever, with Lisa. You said that none of the spheres, you said there are 4,000 spheres now all integrated. None of them can see the new Earth construct until it is seen by us here on the Earth sphere, correct? Or incorrect? I want to make sure I have that clear. Correct. The probability of complete visibility now relies on the completion of all seeing all finalization. Okay, so, and the tough question is, if no one can see it, how do we know that it's here? And I have a question B that goes along with that.
Oops, that was supposed to be a master.
Okay, hold on. The frequencies are aligning into completion according to the complete Earth sphere records. All frequencies are returned to the Earth sphere now, returned as in already. The magnetic differentials are completing. Now, the last time we spoke, we talked about the conundrum. The conundrum being why it's not visible yet. And you referred to the Earth sphere records, okay? How do we know? Because one of the other points that came very clear in the conversation we had with Lisa was the fact that basically it's all done, everything's been done, and that there are no negative beings, entities, things running programs at the moment. And I have to question that because of what we are seeing. I guess my question is then, how do you know that your data you are working from is complete? we here are using the complete technology to measure the return of all known frequencies. It is a known fact that all frequencies, once returned, a magnetic completion occurs, all is completed and visible. Okay. Pardon me. So therefore, if we're not seeing it, then obviously it is not in completion yet. Okay. The conundrum that we observe is the magnetic differentials should, in quotes, be completed, yet are not completed. If the differentials were completed, visibility should be completed. Okay. So, and the fact that you're talking about magnetic differentials is very, very interesting, because we have been discussing several lines of thought. We're in a holding pattern now. Okay. Magnetic differentials. We are, what we surmise, theorize, seeing huge magnetic fluxes at the moment. Now you talked about the fact that we're going to see strange things in the sky, etc. Okay, but also in physicality, people are experiencing in their physical being what could be described, we hypothesize, as magnetic flux happening. Okay, good. So we got a yes and a yes. Here's one of the questions I have on this, because as I said, the heart is an electromagnetic generator. Yes, exactly. The human heart. Yes, exactly. Absolutely. And that's very interesting, actually, but I won't get into it. There's a lot of different physical symptoms that have been coming around lately to deal with the heart, which I could see as being a reflection of the magnetic fluxes that are going on. That's kind of it. I'll have to think about that for a while. When we spoke, Stan, yes, he said. Okay.
He's going to do one little thing here for you.
Okay.
I think he's adding something. This is interesting. I don't know if this is the right word, but this is what I'm getting.
Interesting. Yes, we have observed measurable differentials in the heart rate, pressures, and pulsivity.
Pulsivity is what I was hearing.
Pulsivity.
Pulsivity.
So to do with the pulse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's really interesting. Our technology is no longer able to measure Earth sphere humans. Oh, why is that? Because the frequencies are aligned. Okay. If the frequencies are aligned, okay, hold on. The frequencies are aligned, no problem. The magnetic flux interferes with our technology. I'm not surprised. We are continually upgrading our tech. Okay, I want to hypothesize something, just especially since you've just said that. When we had the conversation with Lisa yesterday, the day before, whatever it was, and we talked about the negative influences. If you give me a second, I can even pull up that. Oh, goodness, where did it go? Give me a quick moment. I want to read out this one piece here. Come on, please. My Skype is not being nice. Okay, Lisa had mentioned the octi, or the octopus, which was a visualization that several people had used. And you had responded, the octi is a program that may be perceived as to have a negative impact. Perception is the property of the vehicle. As delivered, the energy is neutral. The octi cannot deliver energy that will cause harm or damage. The essence in the vehicle is in control and perceives the polarity of the experience. Okay, because here's the thing. Well, maybe the octi, and maybe it was, we shouldn't have used a specific example. What we are experiencing right now, especially the people who are very energetically aware, is there is negativity going on. And there is what we perceive to be attacks going on right now through several different methods, it would seem. Now, I know that you've said that this is not happening. There is no negative perceived programs running, but could it be the fact that your equipment can no longer pick up on certain things that you are not seeing this? Denise, I'll be right back in a moment. I just got to help a little dude cut a piece of bread before he cuts his fingers off.
Yes, go, go, go.
I'm back again.
Okay, there's two responses for you.
Okay. We are continually upgrading our tech. Okay. There is a probability that the magnetic differentials are caused by / influenced by the remaining programs of the former control systems. There is complete data that shows the programs have been halted. That does not mean that the sub-programs and ancillary additions are completed. This means the programs are completed from the origin. I'm not sure about that. This means the programs are completed from the origin?
Okay, I'm getting, this is, again, I translate this visual that I'm getting. The ancillary programs, the sub-programs are just smaller, lesser things, like baby baby programs, for lack of a better word. They are still running because they are being reacted to or interacted with. Does that make sense? I can't think of a metaphor.
No, and I get it. But what we perceive, and this is why I specifically wanted to bring this up with him, is I know from the conversation I've had with you that, and with AK, that there was apparently a month ago an operation, a doing, if you will, that closed down what was called the Andorra base. Would that be a good way of putting it?
Yeah, they call it the Andorra complex.
The Andorra complex, okay. Since the beginning of this year, this 2017 year, there has been a very perceptible uptick, if you will, or a ramping up, if you will, of these type of negative events taking place. And I'm talking within personal experiences of people, not globally, politically, not like that. I mean, within people's lives, and especially in what I could say is the last month. Is there a chance that with the completion of that program, the Andorra, I'm sorry, what did you call it again? The Andorra complex, or the closing of the Andorra complex, that a sub-program, an auxiliary program, etc., was let loose, was released, or given the ability to move more freely, perhaps? Was that clear enough, Denise?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, okay. Yes, there is a probability that the sub-programs and ancillary programs are winding down now. No, they're not winding down. That's what I'm saying. If anything,
you're saying they're amping up.
No, they're amping up.
They're amping up.
And in the last month, perceptibly, I should say, in the last month, there's been an exponential increase for a lot of people.
Okay,
Yeah. Well, let's
got an explanation.
Okay.
I can see it, but it's hard to explain. I'm not sure if that's going to help. I can see what he's saying.
Go ahead. You let me read it, and then you give me your clarity if you can. The exponentials increases in experiences and perceived experiences have the probability to appear to be expanding, but the sub-programs and ancillary programs are ending in probability. In other words, the fuel is running out.
It was showing me a bicycle at first. So you're riding a bicycle, you're pedaling. It's not quite an accurate parallel or a comfortable parallel, but the people who are experiencing the attacks or the negativity are still pedaling the bike. And as they take their feet off the pedal, the bike's still going to run. It's still going. Even if you're going flat, you're still going to have some momentum. So I think what they're saying is the programs are done, but there's still energy in it, or there's still momentum. And he's using the word fuel, but that's not a good.
And if this was, and I'll give you the example, if this was a continuation, like let's say something that we'd already experienced 6 months ago, 3 months ago, etc., and we were still experiencing that, then I would probably agree.
Mm-hmm.
But what we are seeing right now, the reports I am getting are different. People are experiencing things happening for the first time. People are experiencing, and I'll give you an example, attacks in dream time, very, very external. And I myself had one just 4 weeks ago that I know was an external intrusion into my dream time. Mm-hmm. During meditation, same thing. But we're seeing also a really big jump in the play out in physicality, i.e. people literally under attack, physically under attack. Neighbors going after them all of a sudden, family members flipping out and going after them. And I know we talked about the rise in frequencies and how people are really kind of getting almost teetering on insanity from the rise of frequencies. But this feels and looks very targeted to the people who are very awake and aware. And I cannot find this as a coincidence. I cannot believe that this is coincidental. And that's what I'm saying. Okay. This is new. This is, when I say exponential, I'm talking hugely exponential. This isn't, the engine has been running and we're just coasting down the hill and it looks like the engine's running.
I gotcha.
No, it's not. This is
like you're
new.
Accelerating. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is, I have the good fortune of being able to touch and reach out and speak to so many people who are all over the planet, who are from all walks of life, from all backgrounds. And this is something that is really, really coming out very strongly right now. There is no data to assist in this query. The conundrum includes our incompatible technology now. There is no means for us here to measure the situation's experience that you share. Okay, and absolutely. And that's why I phrased the question where I did about their technology, right?
Yes.
Our records indicate that all is complete now. Again, sorry, Stan, I have a gut feeling that it's not. And that's why we are seeing this increased uptick in I hate using the word attacks. I hate using that word, but it's the simplest one to use. Hold on. Your data is new to us. We desire to assist in all ways now. Okay. Well, Stan, I'm giving you data. And the data is that there is an uptick. We are watching people literally losing their shit. And we're seeing this attacks specifically on very awake people, the people who are energetically sensitive and who are energetically awake seem to be specifically being targeted right now, which is why, or one of the factors that makes me think that it is not all done now. It is not complete, because why else would these people, who for lack of a better term are the workers doing a lot of stuff, why are they being attacked now? And obviously I know that Stan is not going to have an answer to that. I'm giving him the data. And they're jackhammering in the apartment above us. Great. Sorry, everyone. I apologize for the noise. That indeed is presenting as an additional conundrum. I would like to hear other people's recorded now. Thank you. Thank you, Stan. I appreciate it because this is one where it is a piece of data that needs to be taken into account. Because I don't believe in coincidence. I do have another question, though, kind of a sideline question, again about the Andorran complex.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hold on. There's a small probability that magnetic differentials are the key. And like I said, I don't have technology to measure that or to even be able to analyze that information. I can only give you my gut and what I am feeling is playing out. I need to ask a question about the Andorran complex that was in around the, if you will, area of Antarctica, which is now closed. Was that the word you used, or completed? Is sealed. Okay. If you could clarify, Stan, what was the role of the Andorra complex? What, as it's completed now? The work was seen as in, pardon me, the work was seen and is stopped. Yeah, could you give us a little more clarity on what that complex was, what it was doing, what its role was?
Little cough.
I've been hacking and choking all day. We have so much dust around here right now.
Me too. We have the pollen.
Yes, that too here. The Andorran complex served as an Earth-based 3D, in quotes, command center. Okay, command center for the Sphere Alliance, or for, shall we say, the positive forces, or a command center for the negative, for the two guys who were the assholes who fucked it all up. That's what I want clarity on. I wasn't sure kind of who was in charge. So it was the command center for those who controlled the Earth sphere experience. So the bad guys.
Pardon me, I'm so sorry.
Wait, no, I'm confused now. It was the command, no. Okay, no. The command centers for those who controlled the Earth sphere experience. All 111 original essences were present. Okay, now I'm actually good, because now I'm even more confused. The Earth-based controllers / families / bankers / dragons / elite cabal leaders thought, in quotes, the Andorra complex housed the original Earth sphere creators. And it didn't. And this is what we said before in the last time we talked, was that they were copies. Not to be confused with clones, but copies. The Andorra complex was a copy. The original Earth sphere creators are in human forms on Earth now. Okay. So I guess what I'm trying to find out is when this center Was it used as a portal, so to speak, and for lack of a better term, a portal for things to come in and out of the Earth sphere? There were several portals in the Andorra complex, which are now sealed, so nothing comes in or goes out. Correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting some additional visuals, but 1 second, I'll finish this.
There was much intergalactic civilization traffic through there. Would that be traffic of a financial nature? And I use financial in like air quotes. And interdimensional as well, yes. Yeah, financial, DNA, minerals, and more. Yeah, why am I not fucking surprised? Assholes. Okay. Is there also a portal at the North Pole or within the area of the Northern Hemisphere North Pole? There are 2 underground, under-earth surface bases there, with portals to Andorra Complex and Interdimensional. These bases were closed in the past 4 Earth years. Interesting. Very interesting. You got
He's showing me another portal. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I've seen this portal before, so it's interesting that he's showing me again. And I thought it was more south in the Atlantic, closer to, like, say, Florida, but it must be up there. There is some sort of portal that's above the surface, and you've probably seen it in movies where like a train floats through the air and goes into the sky, and like,
yeah.
So they transferred something through this portal on a vehicle that had attachable cars or cargo, bays. So it looks like a long train going through this portal, way, way up high.
Interesting. Okay, just from my own curiosity, this one, because in November of last year, November of 2016, the Canadian military was sent to inquire, to try and figure out what were the strange noises they were hearing from the floor of the ocean at the Arctic Circle.
Oh, interesting.
And I was wondering if that had anything to do with, that's why I was asking the whole thing about the portals. Pardon me, there is a high probability that the sounds, in quotes, were the result of the portal closures. Sounds have magnetic properties that can on occasion transfer into the Earth's sphere magnetics. And
that
was just
supposed
the
to be an
asterisk. Got
Sorry.
it. Got it.
Yeah,
No
I'm trying
problem.
to break them. I know it's hard to read the whole thing, so I'm trying to break it up with an asterisk.
No, I appreciate it. That actually helps a lot.
It has no significance other than a space.
Yeah. Okay.
Pardon me.
Okay, and that's what I wondered about that. I just want to ask Stan one more quick question because we've already been at this for a while. And this is my own curiosity. When he said financial DNA and minerals, was by any chance oil one of the things that was being shipped off planet? There was limited transfer of oil. Earth oil is easily copied and manufactured. The earth value of oil is an illusion. Yeah. No, you don't have to tell me that. I know. All a crock of shit. Okay. That was really, really helpful. Stan, I really appreciate you spending the time talking to me on this stuff. I will have more questions for sure. And Denise and Stan, both of you, I have a question for you guys. I would like to do another conversation like this and invite the unfuckers in so that if they could ask questions themselves, if they have their own questions, I want to know if you two'd be up to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we'll have to see if we can set something up. Yeah, we'll have to try and set something up as a time frame. Denise, let me figure it out because I know you can't do daytime during the week.
Well, I can do daytime mornings.
Yeah, but daytime mornings,
like 1:30.
Yeah.
That's not good for you, I know.
I know, that's the thing. It doesn't work for me, and it doesn't work for Lisa because she's asleep at the daytime morning your time.
I can easily get up, I could do a nap, set the alarm, get up at 2 or 3 morning time, my time, and that's not a problem at all, and do an hour or so then.
No, we'll figure out something that's a little easier for, even if we have to do it like around our regular showtime type thing, but maybe on the weekend.
Okay, yeah, Sunday nights would be preferable because my husband works out of town, and so I only see him on Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
Like a half a day Sunday. He comes in Friday night late and leaves Sunday afternoon early, so I only really have Saturday with them. So
okay, good. You know what?
On Sunday afternoons.
I'll make some calls, so to speak.
Okay, sure.
And we'll set it up because I know there's a lot of people who have a lot of questions and have had their own interesting experiences with some of this data.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a problem at all.
Awesome. Okay. Well, Denise, thank you so much again.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I'll talk to you again in the very, very, probably right after this because I got a couple of other questions. But yeah, we'll definitely do this again soon.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, hon.
Talk to you soon.
Bye. Thanks, Stan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.